Hey, so I am going to show you guys how I wrap my hands. I've seen hand wrapping videos online, and I think it's cool that people do it all differently, and whatever works for you is great. You should actually experiment with different styles and see what you like. I've gone through several different ways of wrapping my hands, but I've settled on this one for probably over 2 years now. I learned it from Neung at Lanna. He's a WBC champion, and it really helps me out because I lose the skin on my knuckles quite a lot, especially with the humidity in Thailand. If there's any kind of rubbing, it just comes right off. So you pack up on the knuckles a little bit, which really helps for protecting those. And if you're a heavy puncher, that helps. So sorry, I'm not describing this to you at all. I roll the wraps first. That's for being able to manipulate the tightness as you go. You have to roll them backwards from the way that you would be storing them. So you want this part to be the first part out, which means that when you roll from the velcro, they're going to roll with the velcro facing down. That's how I roll them. All right, so I don't use the thumb hole for the thumb. Instead, I just pin it. You're gonna go around and use basically the width of your hand. I go around 3 times. I use my knees to pin it. Dan always told me this was ridiculous and guys can't do it. He uses his chin, so if you want to like tuck it under your chin, you can do that also. So you just want to slip that off, even it out. And because it's got this thumb hole inside, you actually have a piece of hard fabric in there that's going to be really uncomfortable. So what you need to do is fish it out of the center in here and just make sure that this part is laying at a part that you're not going to be punching on. You should be punching on your first 2 knuckles. So just put it beyond those 2 knuckles anywhere. All right, so you got that tongue sticking out. You're gonna fold it down like this, right? So this is the closed part, this is the open part. The open part is gonna face the back of your hand. This part's a little tricky. You're gonna pin it with your thumb like this. You might need someone to help you when you first start, just for coordination purposes. But you pin it, you wrap it over your knuckles. You want it to be kind of on the front so that when you make a fist, it's not behind them. All right, then pin it again so that when you move your thumb, you don't lose it. Put your thumb over, and now you're good. So I go over another 2 or 3 times just to pin it down. Then I go the wrist 3 times. You want to make that tight, but not too tight. If you make it too tight, your hand's going to get tired, and the longer you keep the wrap on, the less circulation you have, and it sucks. So you go around 3 times, then go over the thumb, back around once or twice, up to you. Then I'm going to go through each of my fingers just all at once. A lot of people will go over the knuckles again, stuff like this. I hate having fabric in the middle of my hand, so I don't go back over any of my knuckles. So you go through the pinky, and then you're going to come through the thumb and forefinger to the back of your wrist. Go around again to secure it. Then you go to the middle, thumb and forefinger, secure it. Then finally this one. And then you can just finish out the rest of your roll. It depends on how long your wraps are, and I guess how big your hands are, how many times you're going to be going around. If you have like tons of fabric that you're going like around and around at the end, you can either make it come farther up your wrist to get rid of that stuff, or you can do like another one around your hand to try to secure it all. But I don't like having like tons of stuff to go around the wrist before you secure it, because that's going to end up sliding in your gloves. So just work it out, see how many times you need to go around to get all that stuff. And so you can pack them pretty good. You have all this protection here, but it's not like super bumped up, it's not crazy. And you have a lot of protection on the wrist and the thumb, so all of the tension is coming like an X cross hatch to keep your hand real, like you want to hit things. It's really nice. So that's how I wrap my hand.